Hello guys, welcome back to our little coffee club. So I just finished recording the outro for last week's video, and now I'm gonna record the intro to this week's video. So we still have a little bit of footage that I have to show you guys from last week's recording. We have the espresso that I made on the Bianca, grinding the espresso on the niche duo. You guys will see all of that after, we're gonna do a little pour over. We're gonna open the DAK coffee. I'll guess at the tasting notes. Today, you're gonna get both pour over. So we'll do a pour over with the DAK. And then you'll see the shot of espresso on the Bianca and using the niche duo as the grinder. And you guys will see what happened with that. Now, another thing that I wanna show you guys today is some items that I have on the counter. Some of them I got on a crazy deal. And I made another order, and I think I'm gonna make a specific video as to that. Now, maybe I'm the last one to find out about this website and to take advantage as to some of these deals, but we'll talk a little bit more on that on a specific video I'm gonna make just in regards to all of that. But today I wanna show you at least some of the items, tell you guys about what I paid for it, and some other stuff that I've had for a little while and haven't shown here on the channel. So yeah, we're gonna do all of that. Oh, another thing is, this thing is like completely out of control. I have to, I'm gonna have to look for professional help. I mean, I need professional help in more than one way, but this thing needs to be tamed, man. I gotta do something. So I told my wife, look, I know you're enjoying this look, but we gotta do something about this. It's time to seek professional help. So we'll see what happens. But for now, the experiment continues. So yeah, if you guys didn't see last week's video, check it out. Last week we had the infuser out and the Breville Smart Grinder Pro. Everything was out on the counter. And I was kind of comparing coffees between the two machines, the Breville Smart Grinder versus the Niche Duo, the Lelit Bianca versus the Breville Infuser. And we did a little bit of that last week. Today you'll see what happens with the Bianca. If you want to see what happened with the Breville Infuser, check out last week's video if you haven't seen it. I think last week's video was pretty funny the way it turned out, especially that intro clip, which was absolutely man, it was crazy. So, but we'll see how it goes today. So far, I feel like what I've recorded so far, I didn't stumble too much, and I'm not gonna have to chop it up too much to make it somehow coherent. I think it'll be all right. So yeah, let's get into one of the DAK coffees without further ado. Take it over to the other counter. We're gonna do a pour over. I'm gonna show you guys some items, and then stick around to the end and you'll see what happened with the rest of last weekend's brew session and my espresso on the Bianca and what I ground on the Niche Duo and all of that good stuff. So let's take it over to the other counter and do a pour over. Oh yeah. And all of that being said, there's something really, really serious that may or may not happen on this video, but I really gotta tell you guys about it. There might be some Cortados. All right, guys, so before we start brewing, let me show you guys some of the items I said I wanted to show you here in the opening clip. Hopefully you already got a good look at them from the opening cinematics that I gave you there in the beginning. So this little item here just holds on to your filters. It's just pretty cool if you have the space for it. I mean, I would be using it if I had the space for it, but I have them put away for now, in the hopes that maybe in the future, I'm gonna have a bigger area for my brew bar, and I'll have a way to display these items, okay? So I have a couple of these to hold on to, you know, different filters, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of a background. Oh, by the way, I got this for free from Fimo Book. I didn't actually have to pay for it. I don't even know if this is something they sell or it's just like a promotional thing. I don't know. I know that when I saw Fimo Book at the coffee show, I told you guys of when you see their grinders, it really looks like jewelry. They are very high-end feeling and looking. You know, these things are just beautiful. I really liked them. It was impressive to see them in person. You see them on videos, and I don't think the videos do them justice. When you're there with them, they're so solid. You know, like I always rave about my EasyPresso K Plus, the hand grinder. Well, these electric grinders have that same kind of like feel to them, like so well made, so solid. You know, they really seem like a high-end product. All right, so that's Fimo Book. What else did I want to show you guys? Some of these items that I want to show you, I'm gonna make a specific video as to these things, telling you guys about my experience with this website and what I found and the prices, and I'll, you know, get a little bit more involved into it. But again, I want that to be a standalone video. I did place a second order with these people. Let's see how fast I receive it, my experience, if I receive everything in good shape, and you know, then I'll let you guys know once I have a little bit more experience with them, because I only ordered the one time. And the reason why I placed an order was because it all started with me looking for some cone filters, okay? Usually I buy just like Oreo V60 filters from Amazon. Normally you get like 100 for, I remember it being something around $6, $7. Usually, like I said, I just get them from Amazon. But, you know, this time they were still the same price, like $6 or $7. But the shipping was gonna cost me like the same, like the filters. It was like another $6 or $7 to ship 100 filters that don't weigh anything. I got a little bit triggered. Now it's me I'm the one getting triggered. I didn't get triggered. I was just a little bit annoyed to have to pay for shipping the same as the item. It seemed a bit unfair. I said, I bet you I can do a bit better online. Let me look around. So some of you guys maybe have Amazon Prime. So I don't have Amazon Prime, nor do I want it for now. Maybe in the future I will have it, I don't know. But for now, I don't want to pay for Amazon Prime. I don't feel like I need that. So I searched online. And then I run into a website that's offering 100 of these filters, okay? One of the things with this website seems like there's like a minimum of $15 that you have to get. But the shipping is free. Okay, but you gotta order $15. I believe is how it works. Again, that's why I wanted to place another order. I wanted to see how it goes. So I was able to get 100 of the cone filters. Not only that, but I got 100 of the filters that you can use with the April brewer, so flat bottom. Not only I can use them with the April brewer, but I can use them with the origami. So to me, if you're gonna have just one brewer, I will get an origami, because you can use both kinds of filters and experiment with both kinds, okay? Now, even after getting 100 of these and 100 of these, I was still not at $15. So I look around and I run into this beautiful origami knockoff, which, yes, it's an origami knockoff, but it's beautiful. I really love it. If you see the orange color, and by the way, Ollie, you wanted to know some things about me? Well, orange is my favorite color. And yeah, it's ceramic, the same like let me bring out the other origami, the real origami. Okay, here's my other origami. Okay, it's just white because it fits my whole setup here. But I didn't want to get another white one, so I went with the orange. And I really love it. I really love the look of it. It has the same number of ribs, if you notice. So you put it in like that, you could see it has the same number of ribs, okay? So when you put one of the filters in, now this one did not come with a little wooden holder, okay? It didn't come with a little wood. So it's just like this. And you don't need it. You don't need this piece to brew with it. As a matter of fact, today we're gonna brew with it. But yeah, you don't need this piece. Okay, other than that, they're pretty much identical. This one is a little bit taller. Now, the filters, let me show you guys. Since we're on the subject, let me show you guys the filters. Okay, here's one filter. Okay, you could see how with the April, okay, it's like a perfect fit. You know, it lands in there perfectly. When you wet it, it kind of expands a little bit and it fits perfectly in here, okay? Now, on the origami, same kind of thing. You drop it in, you see that? It's a perfect fit, okay? And when you wet it, it sticks on there just perfectly. Of course, the way that it sticks, because of the ribs that, you know, these things just fold right into it like that, it's a different kind of fit, let's call it, than what you would get from the April. And the brewing experience, of course, would vary slightly. Can you tell any difference? Well, one day we'll do that comparison. I doubt it. Now, one thing that I like having two now the same is that if I ever want to like compare coffees or grinders or whatever, I can use, I have two of the same, so I can put a flat bottom filter on both, and then we can, you know, do the test side by side, brewing at the same time. Okay, what else? Here's with the cone filter. Now, you guys have seen me brew on my origami with a cone filter many times. We've never brewed yet with a flat bottom, but we will. Every time I go to the flat bottom, I usually use the April. But one day we'll do it on the origami. So these filters fit like a glove in here. It's a perfect fit on both, you know, on both is the same thing. Normally, I like to show my support for the companies that innovate and the ones that come up with the products, even if they cost more, okay? So this is gonna cost a lot more than this. But I understand that some people, you know, we all don't have the same means, right? We all don't have or wish to spend our money the same way. So, you know, some people might wanna save the money and they wanna have a brewer of this type, and then, you know, go for it. It's beautiful, I love it. There's nothing that I would see to gain between these two. It's like the same thing. So yeah, so I was able to get, back to the pricing. I was able to get I was able to get 100 of these, right? 100 of these, and the orange origami, let's call it, for like, I think it was $2 or $3 more than just 100 of these in Amazon. So it's like I got pretty much this for free and that for free. So it was like a no-brainer, you know. I'm gonna make another video in regards to all this stuff in my second order, the stuff I have coming, and then we'll talk about it more. But for now, I think I showed you everything. Oh, one last thing. We put this off to the side. I'm gonna leave one of these out. Maybe we'll just brew the DAK into one of these cone filters. Oh, by the way, the paper. There's some people that are very particular if the paper has a smell, if the paper has a taste. Does it have a smell? Yeah, paper has a smell when you wet it. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not gonna taint your coffee experience. But I rinse all the time anyway, okay? Mainly because I wanna heat up my vessel that I'm using, and I want the filter to stick to the walls of the brewer, okay? To me, the fact that I get everything warmed up, I do like rinsing the cup I drink from, which is usually this cup here from Crew. This is my favorite one. And by the way, one day we'll make Irish coffee. I've been thinking about doing it soon. Now for you guys, this video will be sometime wintertime. For me, it's still not, but besides, I'm in Florida. Do we have a winter? Like, not really. But anyway, we'll get around to making Irish coffee one night. It's the only coffee that I usually make at night, which I almost never make coffee at night regardless, but we'll make an Irish coffee, and I'll show you guys how pretty it looks in this glass and the way that I do it. So easy, so simple. And it's just something a little different and so a little treat, let's call it. So one night we'll do that. But yeah, those are these are my Crew glasses that I drink my filter coffee with. most of the time I'll use these. Okay, so basically the reason why I like to rinse these before I brew into them or use them to drink my coffee from, because these I do use soap on them every time. So I like to get that last rinse with the hot water, heats up the cup, rinses off any maybe taste or smell or anything that could be in there from the soap. So that's the main reason why I rinse, is to heat up everything and to rinse my glassware. So yeah, the last thing I wanted to show you guys, the last thing I wanted to talk about and to show you guys is these items, which these items have been coming out on all the videos. I shouldn't say all the videos, but on a lot of the videos as background little props. They're just back there. This and this little canister, okay? So both of these items. Now this was given to me by my wife. I already think I mentioned that on a previous video, but I didn't really talk about them. Maybe I'll make a specific video one day as to this mocha pot, and just to have you know, maybe people will find the channel just because they're searching for this particular mocha pot or they want to know about it. So, you know, maybe I'll talk a little bit about it. And on that video, we're going to brew what's in here. Okay, so there is coffee in here. Okay, I imagine this being a very dark Italian roast, suitable for making in the mocha pot. Now, this mocha pot, I don't plan to ever use it. I just want this as a decoration piece, eventually again to have it like something like this and like this. All these brewing coffee items, have them on display somehow where it looks pretty and it's part of your brew bar. And so yeah, this is just gonna remain something just to look at. I don't plan to brew with this one. I have another mocha pot from Lelit, and it's the one that I use. It's the same size, as a matter of fact. And you know, but we'll make some of this coffee and see what it is. It's already pre-ground, so I don't imagine this being very good. But you know, you need something dark for the mocha pot. I know that some people make light roast on the mocha pot. I've tried, and I've tried different, how do you call it, recipes, and I have never found something that gives me something pleasurable from that. I don't see why I would, like for me, we kind of waste 20 grams on something like that. I would just make it as pour over. If it's a really good coffee, I'll make a pour over. Or if I want an espresso, I make actual espresso, you know. So yeah, I don't see why I would go to the mocha pot unless the coffee is dark, or at least minimum medium with no acidity, okay? So yeah, that's just me though. To each their own. But anyway, there is ground coffee in here, and one day I will make a specific video, talk a little bit more about this, and we'll brew whatever's in here and taste it and see what happens. So yeah, I think this kind of explains everything I wanted to show to you guys. You know, there's a few, so obviously there's a few new items, a few new things. I hadn't even shown this before. I've had it for a while. And no, wait, hold on, let me make some room. Okay, so I shuffled everything around once again, put some of the things off to the side to make room for these guys. This was sent to me by Gemini Coffee Tools. I'll put their website on here. Gemini Coffee Tools is a friend of the channel. I'm so thankful that a company kind of takes notice on smaller kind of YouTube channels and creators like myself that don't get a lot of help from a lot of companies, but maybe one day, we're working on it. Our little family keeps growing, you know, but really what keeps me making these videos, man, is just the interaction with you guys. Without that, I've said it so many times, there's no way I would be doing this. Yes, I would probably still make videos because I like the creativity, I like all this kind of stuff, but I would be like before, kind of all over the place, making videos about all kinds of stuff, and I would make like maybe one video a month. Not a video every week. Every Sunday morning, you guys get a coffee video from me. From here on out, this is going to be a coffee channel and nothing else. If I ever decide to do other things with my channel, then I'll create a new channel and I'll have 2 channels. But for now, and moving forward, this is gonna stay coffee through and through, okay? So we're building this little family. Hopefully, I can keep making videos for you guys for a long time. I don't know, you know, life is throws all kinds of curves and unexpected things on you, and then you just have to deal with them. But okay, so Gemini sent me these little towels. Now, they feel really nice. They seem really high end. I imagine they're not gonna be like the cheapest ones out there. This feels like kind of like more quality than what I usually use. The gentleman that commented that I use this little rag for, for my tamping station. Man, get at least a little mat. I haven't forgot that one. And yes, I do need some kind of tamping station, but whatever. For now, I'm gonna keep using my little rag. Okay, so I have, they sent me 4 colors. Maybe these are the four colors they have. I plan on using probably just only these 3. Man, white is allergic to coffee. It will get stained even if you don't, even from afar. Okay, this thing is just, it's not gonna work, man. Don't use white on your, your coffee bar. It just always gets messed up. So I think this is the more suitable color. If I was gonna buy them, I would get these. So I don't know if they always sell the 4-pack. Then I would use this one to like wipe down my machine or things that are already kind of wiped down and they're not gonna just dust and things like that. Not really coffee stuff because again, it's just, no bueno. Okay, so stick to the colors. But yeah, this is from Gemini. They have a little loop that you can hang them if you wanna hang these. So they hang pretty nice. I like them. Thank you to Gemini. I really appreciate you guys' support here on my little channel. You know, they sent me the puck screen. I've showed it to you guys. We always brew with it now. You know, they have the little slogan of, but first coffee, you know, the famous words. And they have a little dosing. If you go to their website, they have a little, one of those little dosing things, you know, whatever you call these little vessels that hold on to your coffee beans and then you dose with it. And it's wood, made out of wood. And I believe it also says, but coffee first. So yeah, but you know, the last time that I checked, they still didn't have the bellows. This little bellows that they have for the niche, which I think is the most genius product that they have, and they could have sold a gazillion of these things. I know they could have, because everybody has been getting one of these things because it's, you know, this thing probably like has sold like 1 million of these things for niche people with niche zero or niche duos or whatever, or maybe even other coffee grinders. But this works so much better. It makes a perfect seal on both grinders, and then you just tap on it. So much more intuitive and easy so that it doesn't make a mess. Like this thing, at first, I would always make a mess. You can get the hang of it with this thing as well, but I just have to say, this definitely, they could have sold so many of these. This thing works super good, and I'm glad I have it. So yeah, they sent me this, they sent me the puck screen, and now these little rags. So shout out to Gemini Coffee Tools. Thank you guys for your support. And so let's get into the brewing. I think I talked about everything I wanted to say here on my kind of opening to this brew session. Let's brew some DAK. My very first time trying DAK coffee. Let's see what I get from it. I'll guess at the tasting notes, as I always do. We're gonna grind it on the, good question. Because this doesn't have the brew burst installed. I mean, I would still use it, but I know how you guys are maybe more picky about grinders than myself. Like I've said, I can't really taste the difference in grinders, but I've been doing all my pour over style coffee on my Duo when it has the brew burst, and the niche zero for espresso is what I've been using. So maybe today, you know what, let's just go to the K+. Today we'll use the K+. I gotta look at the roast level, pick one of the 2 coffees, and then we'll brew it and guess at the tasting notes and all that fun stuff. So let me set things up and I'll be back with you in a second. All right, guys, so as promised, I was gonna figure out a way to give you this overhead shot, and I think I really like this, setup. So, you know, this has taken me a little bit of work. So, but I always, I always kind of figure something out. Of course, the more you practice, the better you get at this thing and setting up different angles and making it work, you know? So the very first time you attempt something, and usually I do it live on a video, like not live, but you know what I mean, right? It's the very first time trying something and I put it out there on a video and I show you everything. So if it's a fail, it's a fail, and it is what it is. But you know, after failing last time, I gave it a little bit of thought how I can make this work. And I'm gonna use the GoPro for my wide angle as I'm brewing, and the overhead shot with the phone, which I could keep running forever, and it just does a terrific job. So I should be focused on the box. I don't have my glasses on, so I hope everything's focused and everything looks good, but Reason why I don't put on my glasses is because I might see the tasting notes and I don't want to know what the tasting notes are because I want to guess at them. So, but yeah, this is the coffee from DAK. Somewhere on their website or somewhere I saw that they want you to rest their coffees for at least 2 weeks. It's been longer than that now. I think it's been like 3 weeks. It hasn't been quite a month, but I think it's been like 3 weeks. First thing I want to say about my experience with DAK is that the shipping is the fastest I have ever seen. Although this coffee supposedly comes from the farthest I've ever ordered. So, you know, this is just crazy. I think I received it the next day. Like, how is that possible? Like, it was either the next day or the day after. It was not more than 2 days. It might have been 2 days, but it's unbelievable. So the shipping, extremely fast. Now, the pricing, yeah, I know it's good quality coffee. I know it's a well-regarded roaster, but come on, guys. This ends up being $60 a pound. $60 a pound. That is it's not the most expensive I've gotten. The most expensive I've ever gotten was the one that Jesse suggested. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for that one. But no, that was a great coffee. It was from Proud Mary. It was the Bernardina. I don't remember everything about it, but if you want to see that video, you know, comment below. I'll provide you with the link. But that was the most expensive coffee I've ever tried. I remember it being unique in the way that it produced like a lot of fines. When you would grind that coffee, if you did a lot of swirling or whatever, it would slow down like ridiculous. But it was a great coffee. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. So yeah, that one was even more expensive than this. And I've had coffees like the one I brought back from Seattle, from the Starbucks Reserve, that would work out to $100 a pound. So even more than this, almost double this. But yeah, this is getting up there on prices, you know. You can get really good, high quality stuff from Good Brothers in the 20s, you know, which is great value for what you get, man. Brent sources great beans. He does a great job roasting. You're gonna have a great experience. It's hard to beat. There's other roasters like that, plenty of them, and some even cheaper that give you just as much quality. So I just wanted to say that DAK, extremely fast. As far as the flavor, the coffee itself, whatever, then I don't know yet. I haven't tried it. The one from Say, look, it was also kind of an expensive roaster, just like Onyx, but it was, wow, the coffee was really good. And you know what? Overall, I think September, I liked even more than Say, to tell the truth. So if you guys haven't tried September, try that one. I know that's what maybe Carrie's favorite, and I don't see why not, because what I got from September was just ridiculous. It was so good. At the show, I also tried some more of September's coffee, and it was just Kyle's doing a great job. So, all right, let's just take a look at the roast level. We need to look at the roast level and see, so we could, you know, pretty much kind of guess as to our timing, what we're gonna be looking for. Okay, so there you see the unboxing. This kind of bag feels a lot like what I got from Say. Let's get this open. Again, I don't have my glasses on. I think there's a little indentation here where you're supposed to rip it from. You know, I'm just gonna cut it. I don't wanna mess it up. All right, we're gonna cut it. Again, usually if I get a bag that's, you know, kind of some kind of high-end bag, something that's really nice, I keep my coffee just in the bag. At first, I always used to take it out, put it in my fellow Atmos. And after doing that many times, I never was able to tell anything to gain by doing that. So it just depends. If my fellow Atmos is empty, then what I would do a lot of times is just stick the whole bag in the Atmos and then reseal it with the Atmos and make a vacuum. So that's even better, right? So that's what I'm gonna do with this. If it's available, I don't remember if it's empty. Okay, let's see how you open this after you cut it. Okay, yeah, it has a Ziploc, so that's good. So you can get at least some kind of airtight kind of seal on it, and then I would put it in my fellow Atmos. It's got something here, I don't know, I can't read it, so we'll see. All right, so here's the packaging, that's what you get. Let's take a look at the roast level. I think right now I'm just recording, yeah, I am. I'm just recording with the overhead shot, but I think that's all you need for now. You could really, I focused on this and it should give you a pretty good view of what's going on. But let me start the other camera. Okay, I was gonna start the other camera, but I see that it's being completely blocked off by the brewer because that's what I want it for, and I don't wanna set everything up again. Again, this is the learning process, right? This is what, next time maybe I do it a little bit different, and I should have opened this and everything with the phone on the counter, but whatever. Again, we'll keep perfecting the system, but moving forward, if I do pour overs, I will always try to give you this overhead shot because whoever left me that comment, I don't remember anymore, but I do see your point, and it is, it does add value to the video to be able to actually see what's going on. Although I'm left-handed and maybe I should have, I'm just realizing that. Well, we'll see. We'll see how this one works out. I'll keep perfecting the technique and the placement and all of that as we move forward. Let's take a look at the roast level. Okay, I just put those little bit of beans on the counter, and I can tell you that you just get hit with the smell. Nice, clean, beautiful coffee aroma. And yeah, man, that's one of the beauties of getting a nice clean coffee is just the aromas when you grind it. Just right now, it's just sitting there on the counter. I'm maybe my face is 3 feet away from the beans, and you could still smell the beautiful coffee aroma. Is just great. Let me take a picture of it and I will show it to you guys here on the screen so you can take a good look at the roast level and what it is that we are working with. All right, guys, so you saw the roast level. We do have a medium light, something like what we had from Say. Now I have both angles running, and we'll see what I could do with this. The only thing I'm worried about is since I'm left-handed, when I'm pouring, I don't know how good of a shot you're gonna have from above. I think it'll work, but we'll see. If not, next time again, I'll keep perfecting the techniques here. Okay, so we are at 16.5 grams. I'm gonna brew 20, and I'm gonna do my standard kind of way to start with a coffee when I don't know it, okay? If I'm brewing, depending on the brewer I use, I will fine tune to start either with closer to maybe 60 to 60 clicks. If I'm on the K+, okay, I'll start more 60 clicks with something like the Origami, which is kind of fast brewer. If I'm with the flat bottom, I might go even finer than that. I might go 60 clicks, maybe even 55 clicks. If I'm using something like the Steadfast, I will go to 75 clicks, maybe even 80 clicks. Because it's just so much slower. So depending on the brewer I use, I will fine tune my grind size. My water temperature for this, it's at 96. I'm gonna leave it there. It's just off boiling. You know, you wanna be close to boiling for something this light. I am going to be looking for somewhere around 3.5 minutes. That's where I like to start, to first taste the coffee and see, fine tune it from there, let's say, right? So, all right, we're gonna grind on the K+ at 65 clicks. So I think it's focused right there, but you should be able to see the red dot, 65 clicks. I have my 20 grams. We always check retention. This thing went to sleep. I don't even know, did I get the 20? Okay, let me check. I don't think I had the 20 grams, did I? Okay, let's tear this. Oh boy, the struggles. Okay, I just forgot because I'm rambling about all this other stuff. So, okay, it's empty. Put all this in there. See if we were at 20. No, you see, I never, I'm sure you guys noticed, but I hadn't added the extra beans yet and the thing timed out. Okay, so we need 20 grams. Let's do that. Okay, I went over. Okay, gotta take out maybe 2 beans, add 1 back. All right, between 20 and 20.1. We're gonna leave it there. Usually, as far as ratio on a new coffee that I don't know, I'll start with a 1:15. A lot of times that's perfect for me, but I will adjust from there. If I'm getting too strong flavors or something where I feel I'll benefit something by diluting it a little bit more, I'll go to 1 to 15 and a half, or maybe 1 to 16, or maybe even 1 to 16 and a half in some cases. So it just depends what I taste and what I feel I should do. The same with the grind size. If I want to slow it down, I'll either go to a slower brewer, which is what I like doing, go to the maybe same grind size, or maybe even increase the grind size, but go to the steadfast. And you know, it's just part of the fun of making pour over. Playing with all these variables. There's a lot of variables to play with, and it just makes it fun. You know, it's like a hobby that you get to practice every single day. You know, making coffee, you probably do it every morning, and it's kind of fun. I enjoy the ritual of it and the manual aspects of you know, grinding the coffee, the smells that you get, and then at the end, you get a tasty drink. So what more can you ask for? Okay, let's grind this on the K Plus and see what we get out. I always check retention, although on the K Plus, unless you are grinding super fine, like for Turkish, you shouldn't experience any retention. For some reason, when you grind finer and finer, sometimes there's a little bit. So, all right, let's start with this. Again, you guys seen me grind with this thing many times, so if the angle is not perfect for that, you know, who cares? No, there's some beans that are still falling through there. All right, that's it. I'll put it here on the screen how long that took, but I do have to say, although this coffee looks very lightly roasted, it was extremely easy to grind. What does that mean? Well, I don't know yet, but it was very easy to grind. Let me set things up and I'll see you guys on the next clip. Okay, one last thing. I know you guys thought that I forgot to check retention, and I almost did, but here we go. Okay, so let's see if we have our 20 grams. Okay, we started between 20 and 20.1. and we're still there. You see it fluctuating between 20 and 20.1. So the same exact thing we put in is the same thing we got out. Let's go ahead, let me set things up. Now for real, let me set things up and then we'll start brewing. All right, so this is the first time that the new GoPro batteries are being put to the test because I haven't really recorded for like long clips with it. We'll see if it explodes or something crazy happens. Hopefully not. But let's start by rinsing the paper. Like I said in my opening, I do like rinsing the paper. I like getting everything hot. And I like especially rinsing the cup that I drink from because I use soap on that and I want to get that extra rinse. I do feel like it helps with the clarity in the cup later. Okay, so that could be all mental. I know that's probably not a thing, but it's the way I feel. After grinding the coffee, I'm still getting that beautiful aroma. This coffee just smells great. It smells very clean, nice. So, all right, let's start with the rinse. I think this overhead angle, I thought I was gonna be blocking it somehow because I'm left-handed, but I don't think so. Look, Ollie, you wanted me to talk more about myself. Well, I'm left-handed. I don't know what that means, but not much, I guess. I'm just left-handed. Wow, that water's cooking. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see it from the overhead shot, but you know, the paper sticks to the walls of the brewer, and that's another one of the main things that I want to accomplish by the rinse. And yeah, you could see it fits. This paper fits perfect on this brewer. Again, I've used it already a few times, and I'm very happy with it. Okay, let's put the rinse now into the cup I'm gonna be drinking from. Give it a swirl, make sure this gets nice and hot. I use soap on these other items, but rarely. Not every single time I use them. Usually I just rinse them right as soon as I'm done. I rinse them, and I always dry my glassware so that it doesn't have water spots after it dries. I think it just adds to the videos and to just my own enjoyment. I don't like to see my glasses full of water spots, so I dry them so I don't have that issue. I'll use a paper towel and dry everything, make sure there's no water, so when it dries, you don't get the water spots. Okay, so we're almost ready to go. Let me start the scale, put this off to the side. Okay, so we're gonna be brewing like I said, a 1 to 15. We have 20 grams. I have to get 300 grams out. I usually do that in 3 pours, and 3 pours of 100. The first pour usually takes about 30 seconds to drain through. And then on my second pour, I give it a swirl. At least that's the way I've been doing it nowadays. If you guys, you play around with your techniques and the way you like doing things, and it does get tweaked through time. And there's stages where, I used to make the divot. Now lately I haven't been doing that. I just pour more into the metal than I used to. Before I used to do more circles. And you just play around with your recipe. It's kind of fun to just try new things. So, all right, let's put this back in. Okay, we got everything. You see it there fluctuating still between 20 and 20.1. Put my grinder off to the side, flatten things out. Zero out the scale, like that. So you see, you don't need the little wooden piece for the origami. If you have it and you want to use it, it's fine. If not, this is just fine as well. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good angle there and that you could see everything that's going on. If not, again, I'll tweak things and make things a little bit different, place the cameras a little bit different next time. We'll see, it's an experiment. Actually, second time I try it. So start the time. We're gonna go with our first 100 grams. Start with circles. Do about 50 circle. And then I just go like 50 center, all the way up to my first 100. Okay, I'm at 101.4. So again, this is gonna drain really fast. The first pour usually goes in about 30 seconds. You see it degassing a bit. Okay, I could already see the top, so I'm gonna go with the second pour. That was about 36 seconds. So again, about 50. It's kind of like what you do with the April. 50 center. And now I will give it a swirl. And I will swirl more and more depending if I want to slow it down. If I want to speed it up, then obviously don't touch it, because the more swirling, the more it's going to slow down. But I think so far we're going really fast. Okay, once I see the top of the bed, I'm gonna go with the third pour. Yeah, this might be a bit too fast, but we'll see. It's slowing down quite a bit from that swirl. I'm gonna swirl again though on after my third pour. I always usually do. But the pouring structure is kind of like with the April, right? You do 50 circle, 50 center, 3 pours of that. So I've been doing that also with my origami. Okay, I can see the top. Here we go. I wash the sides. Okay, like that. And now 50 center. Something about watching the steam coming up. And okay, I'm at 302 grams roughly. We're done with the kettle, so I can turn that off. Give it one last swirl. Again, we were looking for 3.5 minutes, and who knows, depending on how much the last swirl slows things down, we might be able to achieve that. Now we're at 2.5. First time I'm doing the whole brew session like this with 2 angles. Hopefully this works out and you guys enjoy it. Hopefully I got my camera placement somewhat, the way it should be. Okay, we're gonna finish a little bit fast. I can start to see the top of the bed. There it is. Yep, there it is. It's gonna stop in about maybe another 5 seconds or so. And there you have it. So I'm gonna call it at 3:15. So we finished about 15 seconds too fast. So next time, if I was gonna grind again on the K+, let's see what we were at. We were at 65 clicks. I might go to 60 clicks. Go a little bit finer. That will slow it down a little bit. Maybe I could also try doing more agitation. But yeah, I mean, let's taste it. I'll meet you guys over at the other counter. Taste the coffee, guess at the tasting notes, all that fun stuff, and then we'll wrap things up. All right, so let's give this a swirl and serve some of this beautiful coffee from DAK. And see if we can guess at the tasting notes. Again, the aroma on this one is very spectacular, I do have to say. Man. All right, cheers. I hope you guys brewed something tasty to follow along here. Wow, you know, I got hit right away with that same kind of like delicate kind of flavor like the geishas. Man, if I get this again, but from that first sip, I'm like, could this be a geisha? First thing that came to my mind. Now, after that, I don't think it's gonna be a geisha because I think I would remember that from ordering it. I find that to be like something special when you get a geisha. I think I would remember that, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm gonna say. My God. If I get that right, I doubt it though. I doubt it. I really don't remember this being a geisha. You know, nice acidity, that nice tartness up front, beautiful. Very aromatic, like those beautiful florals that you get on some coffees. I would say more fruity than citrus. Something fruity, something delicate, light, clean. It's a beautiful coffee, I do have to say. It's a little punchier than I would say the geishas, if it does happen to be a geisha, a little bit punchier than what I normally get from a geisha. I guess it's even more delicate, but it could be. So yeah, tartness, acidity up front, fruity coffee, nice florals, like a lot of aroma and yeah, that part of it, like the floral aspect of it, very nice. Delicate, easy to drink, and beautiful coffee. Okay, that's what I got for you as far as tasting notes. I don't get anything like caramel or sugar notes, or there is a sweetness, but I would say it's like a fruity sweetness, some kind of fruit. I don't know what it is. Let's read the tasting notes and see what we got. All right, DAK, what do you have for us? Well, there's nothing here on the coffee. There wasn't this. What is this on the bottom? CO2 neutral. That's what it says. And something about recycling. DAK Coffee Roasters. All right, nope, no tasting notes there. Oh my God, okay, well, one's empty. Okay, yeah, this is the empty one. So this is what we brewed. It's called Current Bluff. Current, like the red currants, I guess we've had before. Let's see if that's one of the tasting notes. Yeah, red currant. So we've had that before. We've seen it before. Is that you get that berry tartness up front. That's your red currant. Maybe next time I sense that, I'm gonna go right for the red currant. I don't know. I have, in the past, I have gone for that. So yeah, I could see it. Yeah, that berry tartness up front. Then it says tangerine. I did not get that this time. Wow, I should have gotten that. Come on, I should have gotten that. So tangerine, so definitely a citrus. Okay, I'm not making that mistake like last time with nectarine and I thought it was tangerine. But this one doesn't taste, to me it doesn't taste citrusy. I would have gone with something fruity. There is a sweetness. Tangerine, no, I did not get that. And black tea, I wouldn't know how to recognize that. You know, I don't know. Let me taste it again. But again, I went with the tartness up front, the nice berryness. So the red currant part of it, you could give me credit for that. As far as the tangerine, no way, because I went with something fruitier and delicate. Now black tea, well, if it's a nice delicate kind of tea, I could see it. All right, let me try it again. How did I do? I don't know, not too well, not too bad, somewhere in the middle. Oh, I wonder if does it say what? I'm gonna have to look it up to see if it doesn't say. Oh no, it does say. It's a Bourbon Aji, A-J-I. You know, I'll put this little label on the screen so you guys could read it, but washed. So yeah, it's very clean. I did keep saying that. It's very, you could tell it's very clean coffee, very nice. So off with their heads. This one's for you, buddy. This one's for you for sure. You would definitely like this. So yeah. Now, how close is it? One of these Bourbons, whatever the second word is, I'm not familiar with that. How close is that to a geisha? You know, I wish one of these coffee experts would tell me. Who knows? Maybe it's like something really related to a geisha. And in that case, I would be so happy because then I would elevate my guessing to like way up there. But as of now, I'm just gonna say I did okay. You know, not too bad, not too good. Being that there's still more to this video, right? Because you guys are gonna see the espresso from the Bianca. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna wrap this up real quick right here. Thank you guys for sticking around here with me and for this brew session. I really appreciate you guys. Hopefully you had some fun here. Maybe the two angles worked. Let me know, does it add a lot to my pour over videos? I imagine it probably will be better for you guys. But yeah, great start to the DAK coffee. I don't know if I want to ruin any of this awesome coffee on espresso. I shouldn't say ruin, but what I mean by ruin is if I get it wrong, right? And a lot of times you get it wrong and then you end up throwing away one or two doses. And as pour over, you know, this is just so much more flexible that you're gonna get like, you know, shoot for what it is that you know that you like. When you're getting into a new coffee, right? Shoot for what it is that you know that you usually like, and then fine tune from there. What I did today here, wow, it's just awesome. I don't know if I have to fine tune anything. It just came out great. I'll report back, and then next time we'll probably brew the second one. So on next video, yeah, it'll probably be the other DAK coffee. Pretty soon when I receive my other items, I'll make a specific video as to those items and everything that I've been getting from these people and tell you guys more about that. So, but anyway, you guys are gonna watch the rest of this. I hope stick around for the espresso portion. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys a whole bunch. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and roll the tape and we'll go to what I recorded last time. All right, so we got 18 grams already dosed out. Let's grind this on the dual. Let me show you guys something. You know, I think last time I didn't show this, but I wanted to show it again. What I was telling you about the clearance, check that out. I don't know, like right there, look at this. There's nothing, not even a hair. I mean, if my cabinets had anything less than 19 inches exactly of clearance, you won't clear. If your niche duo comes just a tiny little bit bigger than mine for whatever reason, like the little pegs that are under the feet are a little bit more out or whatever, any reason, this will not clear, okay? You need minimum 19 inches, but I imagine if you had like 20 inches of clearance, then you should be okay. But wow, for me, it's like minimal. So here's the thing, when you put this in here, I never show it also, but again, the coffee just kind of sinks in there. You can't even hardly see it. Let me focus, there we go. Okay, you can't even hardly see it, okay? The clearance here, you know, I think the camera was not focused, but now I think, I mean, look at this. Like my nail barely fits in there. And then there's minimal distance, but it clears. All right, let's see. make sure my scale doesn't time out, because we want to check retention as we always do. Okay, so we got 18 grams. So you hear some of the beans popcorning again because it doesn't have the little ring that stops that from happening. I gave you guys an angle there that you could kind of see the coffee as it comes out. Give it a couple of taps. Let's see what we got. 18 grams in and 17.6. Again, we keep having like 0.3, but this one I have a bellows. So we can do the little bellows. Let's try that. Okay, here's the little bellows from Gemini that works perfect on both the duo and the zero. You just place it like that. It makes a nice seal. Then just give it like 3-4 taps. Usually you'll get your retention right out. But let's see, last time it looks like the coffee's maybe getting stuck on the burrs themselves. And yeah, we got just a little bit out, but I'm a 0.2 off. 0.2, I don't usually worry about it. So we're gonna roll with that. So 17.8. All right, so I think with this coffee, last time, if I recall, we were somewhere around 52 seconds, something like that. I did I believe a 25-second pre-infusion and 30-second shot. That's what I was looking for. So that adds up to 55. So somewhere around there, I should get like a really nice shot of espresso with this coffee on the Lelit Bianca. So let's do some puck prep. Fluff it up. Get this out of the way. Okay, so finally the portafilter, 58 millimeters, fits perfect with the niche cup, so you could do that. Makes it a little bit easier. But again, you can get a catch cup of the right size to use with the Breville, and then you could do the same thing. Okay, WDT. In this channel, we do WDT. We don't do shaking, no blind shakers. I'm sorry, not getting on board with that one. Maybe some of you guys are doing that, experimenting with that. Comment below if you had some unexpected results. Oh man, that's hot. It's been locked in there for so long. Okay, let's get a tamp. Let me see, make sure this angle's working for you guys. Yeah, focus was fine, angle was fine. Okay. Okay, that's perfectly level. Again, with this tamper, I don't have too much of an issue. I mean, at this point, getting a self-leveling tamper, spring-loaded self-leveling tamper, you know, there's really not much to gain. But, you know, it's fun. I would eventually probably get one. Okay, we do have a puck screen on this one. Let's lock in and pull a shot on the Bianca and see what happens. You know what, let me run it. Let's run it today, I remembered. And again, maybe the only reason for me running is again to equalize the comment about equalizing the water that's in the group head. Although my understanding is that it's always circling and siphoning in there, but when I remember, I will do it. Okay, we're locked in. Let me give you all the angles and pull a shot. All right, so we should have all the angles, everything running. So you guys could see the extraction. All right, the scale is ready. Well, I hope I'm not forgetting anything. So again, I'm gonna brew into one of these cups. I'm gonna make me a Cortado. Again. All right, so here we go. So again, 25 seconds on the pre-infusion and maybe 30 to 35 seconds at 9 bar. Hopefully we'll have less than 2 grams, but it went over the 2 grams. Have about 3 grams. So I'm gonna ramp up. That's not ideal, But I remember last time it was the same thing. Same exact thing. The shot still turned out wonderful. So now I'm at 9 bars. I'm gonna leave it there. If I lose some pressure due to the puck degrading, then it's fine. But I see it's not happening. It's steady there. So that was good puck prep. Again, I try to get 45 out, and woof, I almost nailed it today. That's a 1 to 2.5 ratio. So it shot brewed just a little bit faster than I wanted to, not by much, not by much. So my guess as to the grind size, again, is kind of guessing because there's no markings. Let me stop one of the cameras. So yeah, I have no markings, so it's hard to, to tell, but I got it pretty spot on. I would have liked to have gotten like another 5 seconds, maybe. But the main thing is the taste. Let me give it a taste, and let me show it to you guys first. We'll do this thing again. Right there, you should be able to get a good look at it, but it's a pretty shot, nice shot. Okay, let me give it a quick stir. Give it a quick stir and then taste it. Here you go, guys, cheers. Okay, it's better than the shot on the Breville, but not as good as the one we got last week. Okay, so that's where we're at. It's still a good shot. I'm gonna turn this one into a Cortado and see if we can do some nice latte art today. I keep practicing, and you guys see, the more I practice, obviously, you start getting a little bit better. So let me set things up. Today we're gonna wrap up right from here, guys. I've been at this for quite a while, and again, I gotta pick up some of this mass before because I do wanna make another video next week, and I have to be alive to do that, and I kinda have to pick up everything. This is a lot of stuff all over. So let me get things ready, steam some milk, put a Cortado together, and then we'll wrap things up right here. So, all right, let's get to that. All right. Now there's not a lot of room to work with on a Cortado, but let me show you guys. Again, it's coming along. Latte art is coming along. I wish the heart was more symmetrical, but again, I'm trying that heart in a heart. The wiggles are working, and it's coming along. I wouldn't be totally upset with this if I got it somewhere. As far as how much I filled the cup, how much foam I got in it, it's pretty spot on. I did a really good job today. I'm happy with this one. Let's give it a taste and see what it's like. Oh, by the way, something I don't want to forget to mention is that You know, I ran the infuser a couple of times as I've been, you know, doing things here, and it's running just fine. So there's no issue at all. I did notice like a strange little noise. So I forgot or, you know, it's not often that the machine would kind of choke like this. So maybe I just forgot, but it was making a little bit unusual noise to me that I didn't remember. But all right, let's give this a taste. You know, last time I put this in an angle, I remember I got an angle, something like this. It looks so pretty. Like you could see the light behind it and it kind of looked really nice. Maybe today I'll get a picture right there. Let me get the picture now before I, before I forget. Okay, so here we go. I got a couple of nice pictures there, and let me taste it. Yeah, on this one, I gotta say, last time it was a little bit better, just because the acidity was a little bit better balanced. The coffee had a little bit more sweetness. There was more like milk chocolate. Today, it's a little more dark chocolate. But yeah, you could still get a little bit of like the caramel, the texture of the milk. Once again, I did a good job with that. The latte art, I'm not totally upset with it. So yeah, pretty good. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, Urbanreade, I think was the, I think that was the YouTube handle. Hopefully you enjoyed the return of the Breville Infuser. Again, there's no problem with it. It was choking, and maybe I forgot about the little bit of noise, because I mean, I just ran it a couple times. It's running just fine. It sounds just fine. Let me show you guys. See, that's sounding perfect. You know, there's no issue. So we're good to go. We're good to go. You know, the Breville Smart Grinder Pro, hadn't used it in quite a long while, but it made its return. I struggled a little bit. Today I struggled a little bit, I gotta say. But all in all, we got it done. I got a nice tasty drink I will enjoy as I start cleaning up here. I will see you guys next Sunday, because I gotta wrap this thing up and pick up everything that I have out here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, a lot of chit-chatting going on, but as I found out, some of you guys are here just for that. So thank you. I really appreciate your kind words. It means a lot to me. It's the reason why I keep making the videos. If not, I guarantee you I would not, for sure not doing like a weekly video. There's no way. I would maybe make a monthly video, but the reason why I stay encouraged is because our little family keeps growing little by little, and I'm making friends. This is the whole point of this for me, is the engagement with you guys. Again, I want to leave you guys with a positive message. Don't get overwhelmed with all the things that are going on, you know, in the news. They do exaggerate quite a whole bunch. Again, just be kind to your fellow humans. Be an asset to the planet. Put your best foot forward and do the best you can. But at the same time, don't let situations overwhelm you to the point where you can't even enjoy a cortado. Okay, so you know, enjoy your coffee. Try to have a good day, guys. Let's get out there and just you know, let's stay positive. Let's stay positive. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys, my little coffee family here on YouTube. You know, I appreciate you guys a whole bunch. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.